My name is Julie Boyd, and this is a tutorial for the Design and Technology Association on how to do a closed seam.
Here we have two closed seams, one you can see from the right side and one from the wrong side. You see this type of seam a lot on the inside of textiles items in the shops, and it's very popular. It's very quick and easy to do, and it gives a very professional finish. Here we can see an example of a closed seam on the inside of a pair of jeans, and another one on the inside of a pillowcase. As this seam is easy to do, its importance is often overlooked by students. Accuracy is, however, really vital, as often this seam is going to be used for constructing most of a product. So that means it's essential that students consider the quality control procedures that they're going to use. So things like measuring, choosing the right stitch, sewing straight, and in particular making sure that the raw edges are neatened off. Students often think that because you can't see the inside of a product, the seams don't need finishing, but as you can see from looking at the two products that we have here, the pillowcase and the jeans, all commercial products are finished off on the inside. The seam starts off as an open seam, and here you can see I've joined the two pieces of fabric together with a row of stitches 1.5 centimetres from the edge. I've also pressed the seam open. It's quite important, even though we're going to close the seam again, to press it open to give us a nice sharp finish on the right side of the fabric. If you need more detailed information on how to get to this stage to create an open seam, just take a look at the tutorial on open seams. To change the open seam into a closed seam, we're simply going to close these two edges together and then neaten this edge. I'm going to do that on the overlocker. Normally on any unneatened edge, you would normally do some sort of neatening along it to give yourself a nice quality finish on a product. So here I'm going to use the overlocker. I'm just putting the fabric edge here underneath the presser foot, and then putting the foot pedal, pressing the foot pedal down, and the fabric will feed into the overlocker. So I'm not actually cutting anything off the edge here, apart from just these sort of a few strands of thread that are coming off the edge of the fabric. Here is my completed closed seam that's been neatened on the overlocker, and it's just pushed to one side. If you don't have an overlocker, you can use a zigzag stitch on an ordinary sewing machine. So here you can see the zigzag stitch along the edge instead of the overlocking. It gives you a slightly less professional finish, but it does do the same job. So here you can see we have the closed seam that's finished off with the zigzag stitch on the ordinary machine. Here is one that was with the overlocker, and that's the right side of the fabric.